Greetings, everyone. My name is Denise Camille, mental nutritionist, holistic counselor, author of Justice for the Caged Mind, naturalista. Um, I'm here once again, back at it, just to do a quick talk tonight on the topic of attract to distract. You know, we like to say that we attract things in our lives that are needed, that are purposeful, that are necessary. Yet sometimes a lot of our attractions are what is not needed, what is not necessary, and what is simply in a displaced place in our minds and in our hearts. So we end up attracting certain things to almost distract us from seeing what is necessary. So let's talk a little bit about attracting to distract. I think when I think of the word attract, and as I'm me being outside, I'm hearing the nighttime animals purposefully attracting what they're needing, whether it be mates, whether it be just the season for instinct of mating, whether it be just me being out here and they're like, oh, the light, oh, some sweet melanin juice, oh, let's take a bite. That's attracting. That's a very, different kind of way of attracting, yet they're not being distracted, they're focused. Yet as humans, we tend to attract certain things that distract ourselves. And to talk a little bit about that tonight, I want to kind of go into what can be a distraction for us. On a simple level, a distraction can be just us on social media. Knowing that social media takes up a lot of our time, you can be scrolling for hours and realize, oh man, 2 hours just went by. What in the world? So that was a simple distraction. But we have to stay focused and attract. What are we attracting? My main focus is always to attract truth. Truth and honesty. I like to be as open and as honest as possible to identify what is the root issue. What are the foundational focuses that we're not being focused on? What is our purpose? We're used to wanting to say we have a purpose-driven life, yet what does that look like? So let's talk about why we attract. And sometimes we attract certain things in our lives because we feel that's what we're needing, or more than likely, it's probably what's trending. Especially being in a certain age group, you're supposed to have a certain amount of things, supposed to have done certain things, supposed to have accomplished certain things. So we're attracting certain things, basically, to distract us from what is our real reasoning for being here. I like to address the fact that when we attract certain things, attracting is a form of manifestation. It's a form of bringing forth things into your atmosphere that can produce growth and elevation in you. It's a form of needing those things that can keep you on track, because you're attracting certain things that say, okay, feed this part of me, feed that part of me. What exactly does that look like when we're attracting? Who are we attracting? What are we attracting? And why are we attracting certain things? We all know nothing is coincidence. The best things in life are free. A smile is free. As you can see me sweating here, it's hot outside, but that's okay because it's free. And I don't have to pay for it. And I'm still beautiful and I'm still shining. So knowing what we are attracting ourselves. Most times we're attracting to distract us from seeing ourselves. If we can go a little deeper on it, we're hopefully distracted by other things to keep us out of focus. A lot of times we as people end up having certain things in our lives, most times certain people, to keep us kind of off track so we become comfortable. We get distracted in comfort so that way we're not fulfilling our peace. I'll say that again. A lot of times we get distracted in comfort and not fulfilling our peace. In life, it is okay to be uncomfortable. because that uncomfortability can break up that comfort foundation that we have laid down with so many layers that have caused us to distract ourselves in what we're needing. So I'm not going to go too deep into that, but I'm just going to put that out there because that's something that needs to be addressed of why we attract to distract. There are times that when we're distracted by certain things that do attract to us, it's actually a reflection of us, of what we're not doing within ourselves. And that means that there's certain things that need to be done within ourselves, but yet we're wasting time. I'm gonna put that out there again because I feel that need to say we're wasting time. Time is, if you equate time to money, you'll realize you're losing money by wasting time. When I say losing money, money is a resource. You're losing ways to build resources for yourself to attract what you're really needing in your purposeful life. You know, we are all unique. We are all here for a divine purpose. Having to fulfill that means having to address what we're attracting. You know, staying focused. It's very easy to get distracted in this world today. Yes, it is. I'm not going to lie. It is. As a human, it can be very easy. However, if you stay focused and you attract certain things, you will be able to avoid your distractions. Let me get back to that distractions again. Distractions more than likely are people. Those people in our lives that make us feel comfortable and say, oh, hey, no, it's okay. Just stay where you are and just be stagnant and just stay, because you know why? Misery loves company. So I need you here for me. Not for you, yet for me. So once you start to see the distractions, you tend to realize, wait a minute. You're not helping me in any way, shape, or form to elevate into where I need to be. I need to help me. I need to attract me and not be distracted by other entities that take away from me. You know, we attract to distract to avoid healing. I'm going to say that again. We attract to distract to avoid our healing, to avoid our self-love, to avoid our purpose in living. When we get involved in these distractions, once we recognize it, just like anything, once you know better, you're obligated to do what? Do better. And doing better means to identify, how do I pull out of these situations that I've put myself into to be distracted? Our easiest distraction can be another person, another human being, where we feel like, oh, well, you're broken, I'm broken. We're going to be broken together and somehow heal. Broken cannot heal broken. At some point, someone has to say, you know what? This is not healthy. This is extremely toxic. I'm not learning anything out of the situation. If anything, I'm learning what I look like on the outside. I look like vomit. You know, and having to identify, after I've looked like vomit, am I willing to eat my vomit? Am I willing to go through my vomit, kind of sift through and say, hey, I think that was a healthy move, or that was not a healthy move. How do I get to where I need to be? You know, so it's having to know, when is it recognizable that I have been distracted for a minute? Why have I been distracted? What is this purpose in my life where I get tangled up into certain situations of drama or of unnecessary scenarios that I'm put into? You know, you have to self-assess, check in with yourself with these distractions and realize, is this a distraction? Is that wasp a distraction? You know, having to see what comes about when you're recognizing these distractions. Why are you feeling like if you're not focused? What is keeping you from your focus? That inner voice inside you is your attraction. It's saying, hey you, hey Denise, I'm sorry. I love you. Forgive me. I thank you for the experience. Now let's heal. You know, to avoid those distractions means to recognize what it is. We know our children are not our distractions. If anything, they are there to remind us of our greatness. Those of us that are parents, it may be hectic, you know, but being open and having, you know, that appropriate time of attracting what we need within them, they show us what we need and we exchange energies. That's a resource. Children are our resources. You know, the distractions of other people, other situations are the tangible things that keep us out of sync with what we need. So I'm going to plant that seed tonight. My name is Denise Camille. I can be found at denisecamille.com, DENIECE-CAMILLE, or my number 678-667-4081. I can be found on Instagram, Denise Camille, with my quotes, or Denise Camille Cares. On Facebook, Denise Camille Cares. Send me a comment, drop a link, a like, a love. Connect. Let's build. Let's talk. I'm Denise Camille. I nurture nutrients for your mind. Peace.